I'm getting ready to start a live stream. I know I did not do one today, so I'm doing one a little late. But regardless, it's here now. So yeah, let's get it show on the road. But before we do that, I'm actually gonna open up this drop real quick. And speaking of the devil, there's my boy Nightmare. Yo, what up, Daniel? Hey, bro, you should get on and party chat me. I'm actually back on PS4, man. You should definitely get on and party chat me. What's up? Like, dude, you're not gonna. My boy Nightmare's in the lobby. What's up, Nightmare? Progress on cameras on the KN. I'm actually gonna show you the progress on the Rampart I've actually made so far. I can't right now. Yo, that's fine, bro. It just, as soon as you can, like. Alright, so like as soon as you can, man, just like get on, man. I really miss talking to you. It's been a minute since we've actually played together, and yo, what's up, Nightmare? But yeah, here's the progress on the camos. I'm actually almost close to getting gold on the Rampart. I'll probably keep working on that today. I'm actually going to start a party. Yo, Kronos, what's up? Yo, Kronos, bro, listen to me. Listen, dude, no, since you're in here, listen. I talked to my uncle. My uncle said I can have you on my friends list as long as I continue playing with my family when they're on. So, please, dude, from the bottom of my heart, bro, I'm sorry for deleting you. I didn't have a choice, man. But I talked to him about it. He agreed I can have you on there as long as I can play with my family when it's necessary. So just Nightmare is fine, bro. Just go ahead, dude. I'm cutting it anyway. That hurt, dude. That really hurt. If he streams, just talk to him for me and tell him exactly what I tried to tell him. Please. I didn't have a choice. Like, that's not what... But, Kronos, please, man. Listen to me. I didn't have a choice, but my uncle told me I can have you on my friends list as long as I get to play with my family too. You think what you said didn't hurt me? Dude, it does. And you think not sitting here seeing your name in the stream right now doesn't make me want to be in a party with you? It does. I miss playing with you, dude. More than anything. I would love to do it right now. That's how much I care about you, dude. No, dude, you going to sit there and want to tell me that, yo, you don't care about my fucking, and it's almost like you don't care about me anymore, dude. Come on, like, when you say shit like that to me, dude, it hurts. Because I care about you more than anything. Listen, I talked to my uncle. He said I can have you on my friends list, but the agreement is when my family's on and they want to play with me, you have to let me do that. That was the agreement, and I agreed to it. No, I don't want neither one of you to leave. Yo, come on, bro. Don't have Nightmare leave my stream, bro. He's been supporting me. Oh, by the way, I found out when he's getting his PS4 Chronos. He's actually getting it Friday. But here's the thing. I'm going to add you back because my uncle said it's fine as long as I play with my family. Wow, bro. You really? Come on, dude. Really? Okay. Wow. The one person supported me through everything I went through for the past 7 months, and you want to say that to me? But for real, man, I'm not gonna end the stream, but Nightmare, I am gonna look up Kronos. I'm gonna add him back. I'm gonna go talk to him in a party personally, cause there's something that's been on my mind that I need to tell him. Alright, I'm back. Bro, and but in the stream I will tell you, but my uncle knew I added you back. Bro, my uncle knew I added you back, but he said my family comes first. I hope you understand that. Y'all, like, we'll stream together for sure. Like, I want to stream with Kronos, dude. Like I said, Kronos is y'all my fucking family. I consider y'all like family to me. My uncle knew about you because my dad told him. But he told me straight up, Joey, I'm not tripping about it, but I want you to play with your family too. He said, I want you to play with your family too. Like, that's the #1 thing. Like, when my family's on and my dad wants to play with me, bro, I do want you to play with me too, but my dad, you gotta understand, my dad comes first. Like right now, a friend of the family just added me to a party. I'm gonna join it, but I'm gonna tell you something. Davey, I'm coming, damn. Oh my god, David, chill the fuck out. He's my dad's cousin. I know I'm dying probably on stream right now, but I'm just wanting to talk to my dad's cousin. Alright, I'm back. But for sure, like I said, dude, my uncle knows that I had you back. He's not tripping, but he did say my family comes first, and I hope you understand that, dude. So,
David.
Uncle Donnie.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm dying. I'm actually streaming right now, but
What? Yeah, I'm going to need to put my mic on. Let me take a look.
I know I've been dying too much. Yeah.
He might be asleep.
It turned on right there.
But Josie's on that damn newbie.
Oh yeah, I know, Davey, I know, but I'm almost prestige now, so I'm actually almost on 40, but
you're still a newbie to us.
Get a hold of Jack and see if Mike is asleep.
He is. He's not
Mikey's
online.
sleeping.
I didn't see him online. I checked.
I just got you check, Joey. That don't sound like he is. You don't know for sure.
Well, I
You
can.
live
You do.
But for sure.
I usually don't. I usually send Jack a message when Mikey's not online. He tells me to sleep.
I just kind of wanted to go, David, and Mikey was going to Mikey an invite. That's fine. Just want to find out. That's all. Bye. I had to find out for sure. Sometimes he says that's because he's not always online. He could be on YouTube, or he could be watching TV, or took a nap, or taking care of Mary. That's mostly, or they went somewhere. They usually do that. Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I thought he was below me. I heard him below me and had my headset
I was on
backwards,
YouTube.
guys.
I was on YouTube. They would keep on sending me an invite twice.
I was on YouTube for a little bit just to check out my sub boxes, but I got bored of YouTube, so I decided to get online and play Chronos. Yo, I don't know where Savage is, but I wish he was in here right now.
Joey, won't you just play your own game? Don't worry about everyone else.
I am. This is I'm talking to Chronos and them on my stream.
Joey, play the game. Don't you know how to do that? No, you don't.
Of course, I died.
Just play that game.
Oh, you bitch! You stuck up behind me. What the hell?
I'm just not getting in, David. It's loading in.
Oh, not you. They came up behind me. I'll be dead. Oh, you stole my kill, you bitch.
Yeah, for sure. This game is a lot harder than what people think. It was for me when
this game is not a try hard. That's what this game is.
Yeah, I know.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
When me, David, and Mikey played it the first time with this game, when you want to shoot a double kill, usually they go down. You guys keep on shooting more than once. About 4 or 5 times until they die. Do you understand anything, dumbass?
I do.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
for sure, Chronos. I'll tell him. When he gets up, anyway, because right now he's asleep.
Joey, don't worry about Mikey. He's fine. You need to worry about how you play the game and hush up and just play the damn game. Don't worry about the damn kill. Don't worry about the doctor number. Don't worry about the doctor who's shooting who what.
They're having fun roasting my ass.
I don't worry about everybody kill. I don't worry about a damn gun. I just play the damn game. Hell with it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, don't you? Oh, you bit.
I'll be back. Sorry you guys had to hear that. That's why I just went in there and muted him real quick. Welcome to my life, Chronos. This is what I have to deal with on a fucking day-to-day. They always do that to me. Especially my uncle. That's who you heard in the background. It's just... It's bad, dude. I'm always getting jumped on, dude. That's why I don't play with them that much. Y'all, I know for sure. But like I said, dude, it's all the time with my family, bro. The one you heard in the background is the one that had me delete you and then knew about it the second time, told me to delete you, then talked to me and told me you can be on my friends list as long as I play with my family first. But, you know, like I said, yeah, for sure. Dude, trust me. My family, except for my dad's actually really good at this game. I've seen it myself. But my uncle, on the other hand, I'm not getting into that. But like I said, man, guys, I know you guys mean a lot to me, more than anybody. But I mean, I really appreciate you sticking around, bruh. Yeah, I know, but you know how me and my dad were, you know, back in BO2. We was always playing together all the time. And they think since Kronos got his PS4 and I had mine before he did, they think when once he got his, which part of it is true. Like, when Kronos got his, I got so happy, you know, because me and him's going to be back playing together. And I started playing with Kronos and Ops and all of them, you know, a lot more than my family. And that's what they're getting at. And I was picking them over my family. And, you know, they disagree, but for sure, I was a lot, like, I went through a lot in the past 7 months. That's why I try to keep tabs with Kronos a lot. No, you're not killing me. Aw, dude, come on. They're playing a party together. But, for sure, Nightmare, I'm glad that you guys stick around, and first, yeah, like, I want to move on and then just play with my family all the time, because, come on, dude, what peak the head glitch. You know, they should too, but they expect me to be like them, and I'm never going to be like them. I'm going to be me. That's all I can be is me. I can't be them. I can't be like them. I'm not them. I'm not never going to be them, and they should know that. But you know, at the same time, they should realize. Joey wants to go off and do his own thing. You know, maybe we should let him be. But they don't want to. They always want to be on my case. And it's really annoying. Because they always want to be on my case. I know. Like, I'm pretty sure you and your brother wasn't mad that I moved on to PS4. I know you guys were probably upset for a little bit because I couldn't play with you guys anymore. But for sure, I'm happy that you guys are going to be getting one. that kill. But I just had to do something, bro, because I'm not gonna sit by and, you know, trying to talk to you on the stream and fucking, you know, have you listen to all what's going on in the background. Peek that, buddy. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's the reason why I left to begin with. Because, you know, it was an everyday thing and I just got fed up. And I'm not saying I'm going to leave them again. I'm not saying that. Because that ain't going to happen. But eventually I'm going to get fed up with it. And I'm just going to go back and doing my own thing. You know, just staying away from them for a bit. Because I ain't going to sit here and fucking always fucking deal with it. Thing is, I protect them, and they protect me at certain times. But they always be fucking yelling at me all the time, and I can't deal with it. It causes me to stress out. And I can't take all the fucking stress, man. Especially with the shit that I had to go through the past fucking 7 months. I was on some fucking shit, like I was on drugs and shit, and I finally get clean, and guess what? I come back home and everything's the fucking same when it was when I left. Always Joey's fault. You know, I'm always one to blame, and I get tired of getting blamed. And it gets annoying. And that's what turns me away. They're over here. Come on, bro. Hey, thank you. Dude, if I do that, they will fucking... If I do that, bro, like, I won't hear the end of it. Yeah, telling them to deal with what I have to say is like talking to a fucking wall. You don't know my family, bruh. No one does. Other than me. Like, none of you met my entire family in real life. They think just because they knew my biological dad, they think they know me. But they don't. But, for real, dude, like I said, telling them exactly what you said in that message it's not gonna happen. Because they're not gonna listen to me. I'm gonna stay in this party, but I'm gonna go to game chat and I'm gonna mute everybody over there. So I don't have to fucking listen to it. Because I'll talk to you guys in the stream alone. When I'm in game chat. I'm not gonna fucking deal with the shit right now.
I don't need to
Alright, Nightmare, I'm in game chat, bro, so you don't have to fucking listen to it, man. Sorry about all this, dude. Like, they just don't get it. They don't. The fact of the matter is, I'm my own person. I have feelings, but they act like I don't.
Oh, you guys better not be going to play stinking, Rainbow. Huh?
A Warlock? Okay. Do you want back in the team?
Tell them that, bro. Tell them that. That's why I consider you guys more my family than anything. Because they don't fucking listen to me. Something you don't know, dude, is the fact that they don't trust me. My uncle told me today he don't trust me as far as he can spit. And I just can't deal with it anymore. Like, I can deal with it, I'm dealing with it, but, you know, I'm only going to put up with it for so long, and my dad's going to realize something was wrong. He's going to realize it in the long run. Like, he already knows something's off. Every time I get talked to and talked down to, it makes me feel like I'm worthless in this family. That's the reason why, when I left, I gave them time to think, you know. When I left for 3 months, when I did what I did, you know, I made that choice. But I also was to better them as much as it was to fucking do what it did to me. But I didn't expect it to, you know, turn my life in a whole nother direction. But in the long run, I thought, you know, maybe this will wake up my family and, you know, teach them to trust me and you know, not constantly be up on me and fucking jumping on me all the time. But that never fucking changed, and I don't think it ever will change, because they're set on the fact, dude, that I'm always wrong and they're always right. Bruh, my family is dysfunctional as they can get. Like, you think your family's dysfunctional, bruh? Mine is. Oh no, my uncle won't talk that way to his brother. And my dad won't talk that way to his brother, who's my uncle, but they sure talk that way to me. Like, they're always up on me, dude. And it gets me very upset. That's why I'm afraid to open my mouth to them. And it really hurts. It really does. It hurts me so bad. Because I want my family to trust me. But that's never gonna happen, dude. Like, you know how your family trusts you, right? See, my family has trust issues when it comes to me. But I don't have any problem to trust them with anything. Like, if I need someone to talk to, if you guys aren't on and I can't talk to you, I'll go to my dad or my mom or somebody like that. Sometimes my uncle. But in the long run, they'll sit back and listen to me, what's on my mind, but they don't understand truly, you know, what's going on, because, like I said, they're always constantly like, what you just heard. What you just heard is what they're always like towards me. Like, oh, he's wrong, I'm right. And that's what bugs me, is the fact that they think they're always right against me. And it puts me in a corner. And I hate being thrown in a corner. I just hate it. And that bugs the fuck out of me, because the fact that I get put in a corner is when I get put in the corner, that's when I'm at my most dangerous. Like, eventually I'm gonna get backed in the corner, and I'm gonna do something I'm gonna regret. And I don't wanna do that. I already did something I was gonna regret before, and I do regret it. And I don't wanna make that decision again. But if they back me in a corner where I have nowhere to go, eventually I'm gonna make a decision, and I don't want to make a decision. You know, it's either them or me. And I don't want to make that decision because I don't want to leave my family. I never do. I never did the first time. But I got backed in a corner, bro, and I hate being put in that situation. Seems like ever since I lost my biological mom and my grandma, everything went downhill for me. And that's where it stays like that. And it's always going to stay like that because I ain't never going to change their mind. They're not going to listen to me. Dude, they never listen to me. Ever. Only thing they listen to me about is when I got stuff on my mind. But when I ask them to change something, you know, to benefit me, you know, like, you know, sometimes I ask them straight up. Don't always be jumping on me all the time, you know. Even when I'm not doing anything wrong, you think I'm doing something wrong. But I'm not. Like, they're always on my case. Like that. And it's annoying. Yo, do I watch Gordon Ramsay? Yeah, I watch Gordon Ramsay. But not all the time. Like, lately I've been too busy grinding this game to watch it, but I have it on record, so I can always watch it late. Like, later or something. When I'm not busy. Hang on, bro. Yeah, I know. But, like I said, dude, it's not like I don't care about them. I do. A lot. More than anything. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't have came back. But it seems like I'm always wrong. And that's what bugs me, cause it seems like I'm always in the wrong. Reason why I went to game chat because I didn't want you guys to hear it. I tried to tell them that I was live streaming. That's the reason why I tried to tell my uncle that so he can calm down. But nah, he don't. I want him to calm down. Like, I love talking to my uncle, don't get me wrong. I think the world of all my family. But sometimes talking to them is like talking to a wall. Like sometimes when they talk to me, it seems like they're talking to a wall because sometimes I don't give them a response. Because I have a lot of things on my mind.
You're awful.
You guys suck.
Oh, don't get me wrong, they take care of me, yeah they do. But it just, there's trust issues with me. I don't know why, but they always were. And it's always been like that. It just never fails. Everything always comes back on me. But, I look over it because it all comes down to one thing. They're my family. I always will look over it. I'll mute everybody. But, it always comes back to me that there's trust issues. I don't see where, but that's what they say. And I let them, I hear them out. I say, well, if you got trust issues with me, hey, that's on you. I mean, you don't trust me, it don't bother me. Because reason, I don't let shit like that get to me. But I don't see where I trust them more than anything. They do take care of me, yes they do. But it just comes back that they don't trust me, and that's what hurts. That's where, like, my problem is that they say they don't trust me, and then it hurts me because I trust them, but they don't trust me. But for sure, man, I'm going to, I'm going to talk to my uncle in a party eventually. I'm going to tell him, it's fine that you don't trust me, but when I'm live streaming, don't just come in and like, I'm trying to talk to the chat and you want to come in and like just yell at me for no reason because I'm talking. Like, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about nobody. I was just trying to talk to Kronos and you. Because you're over here visiting me and talking to me, but they don't see that. They think I'm talking to nobody. They think that I don't get views on my streams. That's what they think. My uncle thinks I just live stream, just to have something to do. And put videos on my and put streams on my YouTube. No, I actually do it because I have people that watch my streams. I don't sit back and live stream for nothing. I sit back and live stream because of you, your brother, Kronos, even Eric and you know the rest of my fucking subs, man. Like y'all fucking mean the world to me because you tune in all the time just to watch, you know, and I'm grateful for that because, like I said, you all like come in here and literally fucking literally sit down and watch however long my live stream you stay, and I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate it every bit more than people think. I even watch my uncle's channel. I watch my dad's channel. I watch my dad's cousin's channel. I watch them live stream, you know? But, you know, well, you know what sucks? I tune into my family's channel, even my dad's cousin's channel, but they don't come over here and support me. But I do it to them because reason, I love them. I do. I love them. And I support whatever they do. I do. I don't have a pick. People think I pick you guys. No. The reason why I talk to you guys, the reason why I play with you guys, because I met you guys. You guys were really cool. You know, you guys were really cool. I had stuff in common with you guys. We all played Call of Duty. We all loved sniping. We all fucking got along. And that's the reason why I friended you guys. That's the reason why I play with you. They don't realize that. We all have stuff in common. They do. Yeah, I know. Like, my dad will tune in after I live stream. But he don't come in here during. Like, right when I'm in here. Like, he don't come in here, talk to me. And, you know, he don't come in and talk in the chat with me. He don't do anything of that, like that. But when my dad live streams, oh, I'm there. Like, I go there right away. And I support him. I like his stream. Like, I'll talk to him in the stream. I'll do everything I can, you know, to let him know that I'm there and I'm behind you on whatever you do. Even my little cousin, she's originally my cousin, but I consider her my sister because you know, I'm adopted by my uncle and my aunt. Well, but, you know, she just recently had her birthday. She's a year old. You know, she thinks highly of her dad a lot. She calls his name every day. You know, and he takes care of her. He really does. But it all comes down to the same shit. It seems like I'm alone, basically. It seems that way. And I know I'm not. I got my family, but it seems that way because they don't trust me. That's the reason why I stay up here in my room, you know, on this game, not hardly go downstairs at all because I feel alone. And every time I hear from you on a live stream, every time I talk to Kronos in a party, you know, that makes my day because I finally feel like, hey, you know, I'm not alone. I got friends, but they think I pick you guys over them, but I never do. I always will play with them if they invite me. You know, if they send me an invite, I'll jump in a heartbeat. You know, sometimes I don't tell Kronos where I'm going because, you know, he should know. Like, when I get an invite, it's not because I want to leave him. It's because my family wants to play with me and I'm going to be there. I want to be there and I want to play with them as well, but they don't see it that way. You know, they see it as I'm picking my friends over my family. And it never comes down to that. Oh, I know. I know. Like, everything I tell them when they're on my mind, that's on my mind. You know, they listen to me, but in the end of the day, it all falls on deaf ears. It all goes back, oh, we don't trust you. You know, it all goes back to that. And it always will, because they don't want to try and trust me. You know, it's to the point, dude. It literally got so bad, I can't even walk out. Well, I can walk outside, but like, I can't walk. You know how I told you I have epilepsy and I take medicine, right? Well, I can't even walk and pick that up by myself without having my uncle walk with me, because he's so convinced that I'm going to go and get in trouble. You know, that part they care, because they don't want to see me in trouble. But if you really don't want to see me in trouble, that's fine. But don't you think you should try and trust me to let me go out and let me take care of what I need to take care of? Especially when it comes down to my medicine that I take every day to keep me alive, to go and pick up by myself. You know, don't you think you should at least try and let me do that on my own? So you can try and trust me? But they don't see it that way. They never do, and they never will, because every time I try to tell them to trust me and let me try and build their trust with me, it all comes back to one thing: we don't trust you. How are you going to build trust with me if you don't let me try? Oh, I know you do, Nightmare. I know Kronos does. But and I know all y'all do, but you know, you guys mean the world to me. But my family means more, and you guys know that. The reason why I'm so hurt is because my family don't trust me. They don't. They're the one that I want to trust me. They're the one that mean the world to me. They mean the most to me, more than anything. I would take a bullet for every last one of my family members. That's how much I care about them. They literally... Because remember what Kronos told you, that I went on drugs and shit? They're convinced, man, that if I go out by myself, they're convinced that if I go out by myself, that I'm gonna make that same mistake. They don't realize I don't want it no more. I don't. I keep telling them that every time. You know, every time they bring it up, I don't want it. Yeah, I know, I'm clean. I've been clean ever since I've been back. But they're convinced that I want it again. And again, and again, and again. But I don't. Like, I'm trying to tell them that. I don't want it. I never did. I made the mistake because I got lied to by a friend. Said that he talked to my mom, my adopted mom. and said that he talked to her and said that I can come with him for 2 days. I come back. They knew I was on drugs. They knew it. But here's the thing. I tried to tell them what I got told that day. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got jumped on. Yeah, like if I wanted, I wouldn't hesitate. I would not hesitate. I wouldn't keep saying I don't want it. You know, I wouldn't say that. If I wanted it, I would not say I don't want it. If I wanted it, I would have went and got it. I would have went and got it already, but I don't want it. That's what they're not understanding. I tell them I don't want it. I tell them that every time. But they're convinced that I do because of the way my biological mom was, the way my dad was. They look at and my sister was, because my sister was on it for over a year. And then she finally got clean, and she's staying clean. But they're convinced, once I tried it, they're convinced that I'm gonna constantly want it. No, it was a one-time thing. I told them this as soon as I came home. I don't want it. I came back for a reason, because I knew I had a better life here. I knew I had a better life here. I had family. I had support, you know, I had people that love me and take care of me. Oh, they do love me, dude, but they do love me, bro. They care about me, yes they do. But it all comes down to they just don't trust me. And that's what bugs me, is because I want them to trust me. I've been trying to let me go off and do things by myself to show you that you can trust me. But they just don't. They just don't want me to. And it bothers me. It always will bug me. But I look over it because at the end of the day, you know, they're my family. I care more about them. More than they think. They think I don't care because I play with my friends. They think I don't care. But they don't realize something. They don't realize something. Friends is just friends. Blood is blood. And that's something you can't replace. You know, I'm not saying y'all, you know, I'm not saying you guys don't mean anything to me. Don't take this the wrong way, Nightmare. You guys do. You guys mean an absolute lot to me. You always will. But blood comes first. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my family. I gave up my last $3 because my dad comes and asks me, you know, Joey, do you have $3 that I can borrow so I can go get me a can of dip? I was like, yeah, I do actually, yes. And I was like, why, you need it? He's like, yeah. So I was like, alright, you know, I'll go up there, I'll get my wallet, I'll give you the money. I could have used that to go and get me another one, but you know what? I care so much about my family, I give up what I had for them. Like right now, if my uncle would send me an invite to play with him, I'd jump on it. I wouldn't just sit and ignore it just because I'm streaming, you know. But he don't. He only plays with my uncle. He only plays with him, my dad's cousin, and my dad, mainly. Only time I'll play with them, you know, if my dad wants me to play with him, and, you know, he's already playing with them, and my dad sends me an invite to join him, I run and do it. Like, I know. Like right now, they should legitimately, well, saying, well, Joey stayed clean all this time, you know, we're happy. You know, we should be happy. I'm not saying they ain't proud of me, because my dad tells me every day I wake up that he's glad I came back. He's, you know, he's glad I came back. He's glad I'm off of it, but, you know, he's happy for me because I turned my life around, But my uncle's a whole nother story. That one there, I love him to death. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him. But he's just convinced that I'm gonna make the same mistake. Even though my dad tries to tell him, you know, Joey's been clean all this time. But, you know, talking to my uncle's like talking to a wall, because my grandma and them raised him a lot better than the way I was raised by my biological parents. Like I told you, my biological parents, man, they weren't in my life. They was for a short time. I went to a foster home after that. I never seen them. Not for a while. So my biological mom, when I was 9.5, you know, I started trusting her, you know, wanting her back in my life. She was clean for 6 months and then went back on it, and then she just passed away. I never saw her again. I was devastated. You know, to this day, I'm still devastated. I miss her a lot. It's not a day goes by I don't miss her. Never do. Never in my life would I wish anybody, not even you or Kronos, to get involved in what I was in it, where I was at. Make me shut up, bitch. I'm talking to my friend on the stream. But, you know, my uncle just got realized. Yeah, I'm not saying he don't love me. He does. Let me tell you something about my uncle. Something that you don't know, that I am the only one that knows. When I was gone for 7 months and I came back and I was down and out of money, I didn't have nowhere. I had no money to get anything that I wanted at all. I didn't even have money to get a PS4 or to even afford my nicotine habit. But guess what my uncle did for me? I can tell you this. He turned around and bought my nicotine habit. But you know, my uncle bought my nicotine habit. He lent me his PlayStation 3, you know, so I can have something upstairs in my room to keep my mind occupied. Well, you know, I appreciated it a lot, you know. But he thinks just because I got PS4, I'm gonna change. I'm not gonna change. When they want me, you know, when they want to play with me, I'm here. I'm not going to turn them away. All they gotta do is, you know, say, Joey, you know, or send me an invite or something, you know, let me know that they want to play with me, and I will jump on it without a shadow of a doubt. I will be there. But they don't realize. They don't realize that. They don't realize how much I appreciate everything they've done for me in the past 7 months. I tell them that every time. But you know, that always falls on deaf ears because they don't realize what they mean to me in the long run. Because I know how it is to lose a family member so quick. I lost my mom a lot. Like real quick. In a blink of an eye. I saw her on my 18th birthday in April. And 2 months later, on the 10th of June, I lost her. I lost her within 2 months of the last time I saw her. And they don't realize how much I appreciate them being around and being there for me. That's how much I care about them. I appreciate everything they do. A lot. More than they think. They think I'm picking you guys over them. Not by a long shot. But I'm not saying that you guys don't mean shit. You guys do. You always will. When my family's not on, you know, when my family's not on, like if my dad's not on, you know, he takes my mom to a store or whatever. You know, if you're on or Kronos is on, I'm not going to sit here and play by myself. If you guys want to talk to me or play with me, I'm going to be there. I'm going to do it. But they also got to realize something too. If they would want to play with me, I will be there and I will do it. And I will play with them without a shadow of a doubt. But they think you guys come first, and that's not even by a long shot. Yeah, you guys mean a lot to me. Yes, I will play with you. But they come first. You know, if they're there and they want to play, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna sit by and not do it if they want to play. I'm not gonna sit and do that to them. No, I can't. I can't bring myself to do that. After everything they did for me, I'm not going to sit by and, you know, throw them away. Especially after what happened in the past 7 months. They don't realize, because they wasn't there. Yeah, they saw me once out of that entire 7 months. After that, they don't know what happened. They weren't there when me and my friend Sean got into it. And they didn't know that we got into a fist fight. They didn't know that I got accused of stealing. They didn't know what I was doing on a day-to-day basis, on a nightly basis. Because they wasn't there. They don't know half of the shit what happened after they last saw me that time. Only one does is me. If they would have actually sat me down when I came back, I would have told the whole story. But they never did. You know, they didn't ask about it because they were afraid to ask me because they didn't think I didn't want to talk about it. I never said I didn't want to talk to them about it. I did. But I wanted them to sit down and ask me. I didn't want to bring it up. I wanted them to ask, you know, what's going on? What happened? Are you alright? You know, how you feeling? But they didn't do any of that. They just like, oh, Joey's back. He's back. He's not leaving. You know, they didn't even think that something happened to me. They didn't know I overdosed twice on it because they never asked. They didn't know I died for 20 minutes over it because how much I was doing that day. They didn't know because they didn't ask. I wanted to tell them, but what my dad would have told me, Joey already knew that because I was on it. That's what he would have told me. Yeah, maybe you was on drugs, but you wasn't on what I was on. Yeah, you was on the hard stuff, and believe me, my dad was. But he got clean because he almost killed my adopted mom. But I mean, but this was way before I lost my mom. This was way before I lost my grandma. This was like back in like 2003, 2002, 2003, around that time frame. But yeah, maybe you was on it, and I respect that, and you know what I went through. But do you bother asking me about it? No, you don't ask me. Because you don't want to talk about it. But you ever stop and think maybe I want to talk about it? Maybe I want to get some things off my chest? But they don't see it that way. That's why a lot of times I say to myself, bro. Because they just don't understand. Yeah, like, I wasn't all the way across the world, bro. I was still in Ohio. I was still in the United States, but I was in a total different county in Ohio. I was up in Hillsboro with my friend. Not Hillsboro. I was up in Midland, Ohio, on the other side of Blanchester when I did all that and everything. But you know, I looked over the fact I didn't care what happened to me, because that argument that day when I got back, it pissed me off so bad I couldn't take it. I walked out the door and I didn't look back. See, my dad could have stopped me that day, because I asked him before I even went in the car. I sat on that front porch and I asked him this very question. I looked at him and I asked him, what do you think I should do? Like, I asked him straight up, what should I do? You know, what would be the best thing for me right now? I asked him this before I even left. And he sat and told me, he said, to be honest, I think the best thing for you to do right now is just leave and get out of here. I didn't want to go, but I listened to my dad and I left. Because my dad said best thing for me to do was to leave and take a break. So I did, and I learned a lot within that 7-month time period and time frame. I looked over all of it. I didn't care. I didn't have a care in the world, because I knew I had something to cope with all the bullshit. But in the long run, bruh, was it worth it? I can tell you, it wasn't. It really wasn't. That's why I had my sister drop me off here. That's why my sister dropped me back off at this house, because she knew that I would be taken care of here. But there's sometimes when, you know, what you just heard, you know, when they're jumping on me and they yelling at me and shit, you know, gets me thinking, do I really belong? And I sit and pause and think for a minute. And I ask myself that. But then I look over it because I love my family. It just all comes down to, dude, that they don't trust me. That's what it comes down to. They think I'm gonna make every mistake possible. But they don't realize everybody makes mistakes more than once in their life. But what's the best thing for them is after that mistake, do they learn the lesson on what happened because of that mistake. I can tell you right now, what I learned from that mistake, it's not worth anything that I paid for, anything I thought it was going to be. It wasn't worth it. Not in the long run. I thought it would be because I got a taste of freedom. You know, I was away from my family for a while. I had a taste of my own freedom. I was my own boss. I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. But, you know, in the long run, was it really worth it? I couldn't answer that. Because reason, you know, telling yourself when you leave your family, it's the best thing for you. I can tell you right now, if you love them, it's not. Yeah, the freedom's nice. I can tell you that. The freedom of the fact that knowing that you don't have to answer to anybody. Yeah, that part is nice. That part is nice, you know, being your own boss, not having to answer to anybody, man. That part is absolutely fantastic. But, you know, then you look at the other side of the coin on everything that you lose in the process. I lost contact with my family. I lost everything. I lost everything I had in this house. When I came back, nothing was the same. You know, my room wasn't full of everything I had before. I didn't have my PlayStation 3. I didn't have my PlayStation 4. I didn't have my TV. I didn't have cable. I didn't have no money. I didn't have none of that, bro. I was down and out. Only thing I had was a bed to sleep in and a place to lay my head and family that cares. That's the only thing I had. That is the only thing that I had when I came back. I didn't have nothing. I was literally considering looking for a job, bro. Like, that's how much I needed money. And I knew I couldn't work because of my disability. But you know what? When you down and out and you don't have no money, you don't have nothing in your, you know, you don't have nothing that you call your own. It makes you do weird shit. It makes you do weird stuff, man. I was down and out. I had no money, nothing, and I was literally considering working, you know, just to have money to tell my, you know, to bring home to my dad, just to pay for my rooms, for my room, the room I was sleeping in, and the room that I had my uncle's box TV in, just to have something to do. You know, I was literally trying to do anything I can to have money in my pocket. And, you know, one day, the place where I get my disability check from, you know, they called up my uncle, they called up my dad, and wanted to talk to my adopted mom, who's my uncle's wife. He's originally my uncle and she's originally my aunt, but they let me call them mom and dad. But you know, they called up them, and you know, they asked my adopted mom, would she consider, you know, becoming my payee, where she can hold my money and I get money back in my pocket. She said, yeah. We went down there, boom, I get my money back, and I had it back for 2 months, and I was happy because I knew I'm gonna have everything back the way it was. I would have stuff in my room, a place to lay my head, you know, a place to call my own, where I'm not sleeping from pillar to post. You know, I have an actual home to go to every day and be surrounded by people that care. But you know, when the arguments ensue and, you know, tempers flare, things, you know, get said that they don't mean. But in the long run, they know they hurt me. But give or take in a while, you know, they'll come talk to me. They'll apologize. I'll apologize. You know, everything goes back to normal. But in the fucking long run, man, yeah, everybody makes mistakes. There's not a person on this earth that hasn't made one mistake. There's only one person in this world that has never in his life made a mistake. And that is the Lord Jesus Christ himself. He was made perfect. He was built perfect. He died for everybody on this earth. He the one carried everybody's burden. When he carried that cross all the way up on that hill that he got crucified on and died for us. So we wouldn't have to carry all the sins and all the fucking mistakes. That we can be forgiven and reborn and redeemed. And my uncle knows this because he goes to church. But he looks at me like I'm a devil. I'm far from it. Yeah, I have a temper. Yes, I have fucking problems. Yes, I have anger issues. Yes, I'm not perfect. But what man other than God himself is perfect? No one. That is what he don't understand. Like, that is one thing that he should know. Because my Uncle Donald, the one that you heard in the party, he's made mistakes in his life that he wished that he could take back, but he can't. My dad's made mistakes. My adopted mom and my adopted dad, they've made mistakes. I'm pretty sure growing up, my little cousin, who I consider my little sister, is going to make mistakes. But you know what? You learn from that. You learn from them. And then you ask yourself, in the long run, was it really worth everything that I made it out to be? And the answer to that is always going to be no. Because reason, it's never worth it. It wasn't worth going on drugs for just to get away from my family for a while. I can tell you that. Yeah, you know, being away from them for a while, being away from all the arguments and stuff, you know, that part was, you know, fun because I didn't have to, you know, always be screaming at the top of my lungs. But, you know, if I could do it all again, if I could go back and rewind time, I would not do it. I would tell myself, don't make that mistake. Because it's not going to be worth it, because you're going to lose everything. You're going to lose everything, and everything you wanted, it walks out the door. As soon as you walk out the door and get in that car. I know that, because I'd done it. That's why I told myself, that's why I'm telling you. Be careful on the choices you make and the people you hang around, Nightmare. Because growing up, you hang around the bad crowd, that's going to follow you for the rest of your life. And one day, one of them friends will come up and ask you to go with them. And if you do, you'll lose everything. Trust me, I know this better than anybody. It happened to me. You know, but, you know, that's a long time ago, bro. And I look at it like, it's the past. You know, that's not me no more. I can't dwell on it all the time. But if I could go back and redo it, I would, in a heartbeat. But I can't. You know, I can only go forward. I wish I could go back, but I can't. Because if I could go back, there's two things I would try to fix in my life. Well, three actually. The time I spent in juvie, the losing of my mom and the mistake I made 7 months ago. But I can't. You know, but I can't. And that's what they don't realize. You know, they don't hold it against me since I've been back. But from time to time, you know, it gets brung up in a conversation, but, you know, they're not saying, you know, they're holding it against me, but it gets brung up, but... Yeah, I know it's free, but the thing of it is, I don't need Call of Duty 4 Remastered. Yeah, I know. It's free, but, I know it's free, but why should I fucking download it when I got it on CD? If I want to download it, I'll just download the disc. But you know, a lot of times, man, you're gonna go through a lot of shit in your life that I want you to be ready for. I want you to be ready for, you know, what's gonna happen to you. You don't know when you're gonna lose your parents. You don't know when you're gonna make your mistakes. But I'm just trying to prepare you for what's gonna happen. And, you know, that's a friend looking out for another friend. That's what, you know, I never had that in my life. I haven't had one good friend saying, Joey, the one thing that I want you to do is to be prepared for, you know, you're gonna lose your parents. Okay. But the thing about all that,